Hey.
Ah,
First time in a long time.
I have been working so much.
Yeah, we got off our every other week schedule.
Yeah, I know. I kind of got distracted doing some stuff.
The holidays are going to probably throw us off too.
Yeah, holiday, especially for you, because you're working Thanksgiving, aren't you?
Yep, and then during Christmas, the family's coming to visit, so.
So it's probably gonna be a while until.
Well, we could do one next week. We could stockpile a bunch if we're really ambitious.
We could.
But we'd have to have, like, content to talk about.
Yeah, and they only roll out news so fast for stuff and.
Yeah, unless we just have one where we eat crazy stuff.
Which.
Eat some, like, chocolate-covered crickets or something.
Something like that.
Something wacky so you can get excited.
But we're getting into the holidays. Halloween's over.
Mm-hmm.
Reed's place is decorated with Christmas stuff
Already, yeah. Already.
It's not even Thanksgiving yet, man.
Yeah. So.
I mean, it's okay. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, dude. A lot of tech came out.
Yeah.
This week. Actually not this week, but just over the span of the weeks we haven't recorded.
Yep. Like the oldest thing's the AirPods Pro, which we never talked about, I don't think.
No, because that wasn't out yet.
Yeah. I have the regular AirPods, the second gen, with the wireless case.
When did you get the regular AirPods?
I've had them for a while.
Maybe I just forgot.
They're pretty nice. They suck on an airplane.
Right.
So hopefully the Pros are better, but like I'm not going to get the Pros. I guess I could save up and then like sell my other ones, but who wants to reuse earbuds?
Yeah, that's like the one thing I wouldn't buy off someone, earbuds.
Unless you could like put them in one of those like machines to ultrasonically clean them, but I don't know if that messes up any of the internals.
True.
But I've heard they work really nice. Like the transparency mode's really nice, and because they're like silicone tips, it's like an artificial transparency mode. So they have they use the microphones to listen in, and it's even better than the regular AirPods. And the regular AirPods for a lot of people weren't comfortable because they're hard plastic.
Right. What did they do with this one?
They're the silicone tips. You have like three ones.
Right. Okay, that's what you said.
And yeah, they have really good noise canceling. The case is like the same. It's just kind of turned on its side and stretched out a little.
Oh,
because they're bigger AirPods.
Right. Because you have the silicone.
They have a shorter stem.
Oh, so they're trying to hide some more of that.
Yeah, and then instead of tapping on the AirPod to do things, actions or whatever, like switch songs, play pause, you squeeze the stem. Which is better because you're not pushing the headphones into your ear.
Interesting. Yeah, I saw like a price tag for them, and I didn't really look into them because I don't plan on getting any.
You don't have an iPhone, so they wouldn't really benefit you?
No.
None of the like special features work. You can wear them as regular headphones, but...
Yeah, but just, I don't know. It just didn't really need to spend money on that.
But I've heard they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
If I ever get my hands on them. I guess you can go to the Apple Store and try them out, and they thoroughly clean them. They have like a machine, and they go to like town on cleaning them. Because somebody I'm friends with online was just talking about, he went to the Apple Store to try them, and the employee like told him the whole ordeal of how they clean them, and they make sure they're super clean to like test them out. Because you need to try them out to see if they fit right in your ears.
True.
If you're going to spend that kind of money.
Yeah, especially if you're going to spend that kind of money.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think that's the oldest thing we haven't talked about.
What would be the next thing? Because there is a lot of news.
There's only one new phone, or...
That's true. There's only really one new phone right now.
Yeah, there's probably some like weird like Chinese things that come out, like Xiaomi's or weird phones like that, but nothing that anybody would care about. I guess the new Mac Pro, or not Mac Pro, the MacBook.
16-inch display.
Yeah, 16-inch in the same form factor as the 15. So that's cool. They switched back to the better keyboard. Because everybody hated that butterfly keyboard, because either keys would stop working or you'd press one key and it would press something else.
Right.
So they're supposedly way better. They're supposed to be similar to what comes with like the iMac, the Magic Keyboard.
Right.
better like travel and all that fun stuff. It's faster, of course. You can get up to like 8 terabytes of SSD storage, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Still got the stupid touch bar that nobody really likes.
Yeah, no, because my friend has the Mac, the first one that came out with a touch bar.
Yeah.
Used it once, like when they first got it.
Yeah.
Haven't really used it since.
There's an escape key now, because I guess that was built into the touch bar before. So people like
Really?
that. And then the Touch ID, the like fingerprint to unlock it, is an actual button now instead of part of the touch bar. And it clicks and stuff, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, just ramped up specs. It's supposed to be way nicer. It's still got the same number of ports as the last one. All the ports are the same. So there's still a headphone jack.
Yeah, I mean, laptops they still got room for a headphone jack, so...
Yeah. And there's still like professionals that want to use them. Because if you're going to use it for like a pro computer and do any sort of like video editing or music, you're going to want your like custom fancy headphones that you've had for forever.
Yeah.
You're not going to want to shell out more money for new headphones.
No. And plus, I mean, better latency and everything.
Mm-hmm.
When you have it plugged in and just better sound quality.
Yeah, I know a few people on like podcasts I listen to were talking about how they were hoping for an SD card slot, which there isn't, and a few other like USB-A.
Right.
But it's all just the CE, and you have to use dongle still, which is super annoying.
Yeah, I mean, the whole dongle phase is just...
It's crazy.
They're trying to thin down everything to make them lighter, but like...
Yeah, I think if I bought a new device, because I have an old Mac, I'd probably just get an iPad Pro.
Yeah.
For the amount of money you're spending. Because you can get a nice keyboard case, or when you're at a desk or somewhere, you can bring like a regular keyboard that's Bluetooth and use it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then you have the luxury of like a nice device to like watch content on in bed or on a flight or whatever.
Yeah. See, yeah, I'm looking for a new laptop right now, but Mac's not going to cut it for me.
Yeah, you need more power. You need like a Razer gaming laptop.
I would, but like I also want something I could draw on, too, because I've been doing some digital art stuff.
So you want like a Surface.
Yeah, but not really.
Something like that though, in that vein.
Something that's got more power
or
than
like
a Surface.
yoga book or whatever.
Something that has more power than a Surface book or a yoga book.
Yeah.
Or just a Surface, I should say. Surface book is that 2-in-1.
Yeah.
That they'll never make a third one of, but something with more power that I could still do some okay video editing on.
Yeah.
But like that I could still draw on.
Not just like a computer and then like a separate tablet.
No.
Like a Wacom tablet. Wacom.
It's kind of just hard to lug around sometimes.
Yeah, I guess if you want to transport it around.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you get the small ones, it's a little easier. Which is like an idea I thought of maybe doing, but I kind of want to just do it on screen.
Yeah.
Like, because it's a lot better when you have that sense of drawing in front of something versus having a separate...
Yeah,
screen.
you have a separate device that you're drawing on and then looking somewhere else.
I mean, it takes time to get used to doing that because I do that right now. I have
Yeah.
a separate drawing tablet and I just look up at my screen and everything.
Yeah,
but it's
easier.
just... Yeah, way...
Especially if you
way
could
easier.
flip it around and then it's basically like paper.
Yeah.
Just glass instead.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some pretty bitchin' specs on the new MacBook. It's just everything's upgraded. Hard drive, RAM. I mean, you can look up all the configurations if you really care. But, yeah.
But speaking of phones... New
phones.
New Motorola Razr.
The Razr. It's pretty snazzy.
It's got the shape of a razor,
It's just like the old Razr from back in the day.
but
The flip phone, not the Razr, like Motorola Razr early Android phone. Because those were a thing.
you're right. Forgot about those.
No, this is like the flip Razr from the early 2000s.
with Android.
With Android.
A
Still got-
touchscreen.
Yeah, it's just a folding touchscreen instead of being a whatever landscape folder like the Samsung Fold. It's a portrait one, so it flips up.
Just like your old school flip phone with its keyboard and everything, the numpad.
Yeah,
but with a touchscreen.
It's all touchscreen.
All touchscreen. Front's got a bigger screen than what the original had.
Yeah, it's got a 2-point something screen on the front.
Mm-hmm. Which is also touchscreen.
There's only one. My beef is there's only one camera, so you get like way better selfies because you can look at yourself and snap that, but you can't like video chat or do anything that like, I don't know. You can't do a whole lot with it because it's such a small screen.
Mm-hmm.
If you need to do anything that requires a front-facing camera, which is mostly video chat, I guess. But
yeah, but I mean, it looks cool.
it's still cool.
Well,
I don't know.
but the price tag, holy cat, price tag,
It's expensive. It's like what, $1,500,
$1,500,
and it's Verizon exclusive.
which sucks.
But I don't think I'd buy it anyway. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I thought it would be like a cool concept in my mind when I thought about it back then.
I guess it's not that much thicker though. My beef was like if you did a portrait one like that, you fold it in half and it's like super thick.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. It's just they made it incredibly thin, which probably makes it more delicate too, I guess.
Yeah.
There was another dual screen phone they released too, the new LG Galaxy whatever they're on now. Thank you.
I didn't.
Did you see that? It's basically the phone, and then there's a case that it goes into that has another screen.
Yes, I've seen that.
And it's
I thought it was someone else, but I guess no. Yeah,
it was LG. It was like the LG G9 or 8 or whatever they're on.
See, yeah, I saw that because you pop your phone in there.
Yep.
And it will have that. It's more of like a dual screen than one big screen.
Yeah.
But I mean, that thing's gonna suck power out of your phone.
And it's got a. I'm sure it has a separate like extra battery in there, in the case.
What I heard, I think when I saw reviews on it, it didn't.
Yeah.
It just used the power of the phone because the second it connected the phone,
Yeah.
then it would use the phone's battery.
And it's got a very obvious like separation between the two screens.
Kind of like that new Microsoft phone and
Yeah.
tablet that they were doing when they showed off at that Surface event last month.
The Galaxy Fold has a little bit of a like crease you can see.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see anything on the Razr, I've heard, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the LG one's interesting because they use the exact same panel
Mm-hmm.
for the other side, so there's still a notch or like a hole at the top for where your camera would be, but there's no second camera or anything.
Right.
So it's an interesting concept, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be like, though that thing is expensive.
That's also, yeah, very expensive.
It's like at that point you might as well just save for a folding phone.
Yeah, I think folding phones are just still a niche thing, and they're still trying to like figure them out.
Mm-hmm.
They know there's going to be people that want to buy them because there's people that are always on the cutting edge, and I got to have the coolest stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess something like, I don't know about the Razr. The Razr's kind of just a we can do it sort of thing.
It's like, hey, it's new tech
It's possible.
with a nostalgia look.
To bank on people that want the old school look. The Fold, Galaxy Fold, I could see actually being useful if you were like a business person that needed to do stuff
Like
on the bigger.
Yeah, email and like messaging at the same
Always
time.
have to have your, but you can't carry a tablet, but you always have to have something like a tablet,
Yeah.
I guess. But even then, it's not that great.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd rather carry a separate tablet just because I don't want to have to walk around with a super thickie in my pocket.
Yeah. That's true too. And plus, like, I don't like the look of that front screen.
Yeah.
But I mean, it'll take time to improve these
I
types
could
of
get rid of the
phone.
bezels on there, but then I feel like they're probably sacrificing something else.
Yeah. It'll definitely take time for them to work out that stuff. But I mean, it's all new tech. We'll just see how long they want to keep up with this kind of concept.
It's interesting that they're trying new things and it's not just a rectangular slab of glass.
Yeah. It's kind of become over the years. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for phones and tech that I've really seen.
Yeah.
That's kind of like big.
So I upgraded.
Yes, you did.
Which isn't anything super exciting. It's the 10R, which is a phone from last year, but I didn't see enough gains in the new phones to really spend a couple $100 more.
Mm-hmm.
So, it looks pretty good.
It's clean.
People beef. They have a big beef with the screen because it's the same PPI, pixels per inch, as the iPhone 4S.
Right.
And it's not 1080.
Right. I mean,
But
it's the way to cut corners so you can save money.
it looks just fine.
Yeah, like if I look at it up close, it's like...
I think if you had another phone side by side, you'd notice it, but...
Because if I were like to bust out my phone and put the 4K on, like, then you would like kind of notice, but...
I don't know where it would really... Like... Oh yeah, it's great to have the like way crazy 4K screen, but what do you really gain?
Yeah. And I mean, for like these screen sizes, you're not gonna like really notice.
Yeah.
Like you gotta be like close to
real
see
close,
a pixel.
yeah.
Where this one is like.
And it helps with battery.
Mm-hmm.
The battery on this, also because it's a new phone, but I think a lot of it has to do with this screen being lower res, and it's just newer tech than my last phone. But battery's like insane. Like halfway through the day, I'm at 95.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty.
That is pretty good.
Pretty stellar compared to my other phone where I'd be at like 70, 60 if I like pushed it. I can go easily all day. Face ID works really well. I was a little leery of that, not having a fingerprint, because there's no under glass fingerprint, but it recognizes me right away. I don't have glasses either, so maybe that has something to do with it. Because like for my wife, she had trouble at first, but the glasses might create glare or something that makes it hard.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And then it's only got one camera, but a lot of that stuff's kind of novelty. Like, it can do the portrait mode. I think if you have two lenses, it'll do portrait mode on more things. Because it only does it on people.
Right.
But if you have, like, the iPhone 11, it'll do it on objects or, like, pets. Which is kind of cool, but it's also, like, a novelty thing. There's no night sight, but that, again, is a novelty, I think. Because, like, when the phone first came out, the 11 Pro, 11 Pro Max, and everybody was taking all those cool night sight photos. That's like a once every who knows how long thing. Like, people were going out specifically to try it out. But how often are you going to go out in the dark and take photos?
Right.
Best time to take photos is when you're doing stuff, and you're doing stuff in the middle of the day when the sun's out.
Yeah.
Still takes really good pictures. So, yeah. I got the 64 gig one because that's plenty for me. It backs up all my photos to the iCloud, so I don't need...
Yeah, I need to remove some photos off my phone.
You have to choose Google Photos?
No, it's all backed up to my
So yeah, you should
cloud
remove
too.
them. I was doing it for a while where because I came from Android, so I still have my Google Photos account. So I was like, I'll back them all up to Google Photos, and then I'll go and delete them off the regular internal storage, and that was just a pain. So I'm like, I might as well just drop Google Photos and pay for iCloud, and then it just automatically optimizes it and backs everything up. And then I can go in the regular Photos app and see all my stuff. So, yeah. The notch doesn't bother me because most stuff kind of just uses the two spots for notifications or like your battery. The only time it's really noticeable is in like a YouTube video, if you full screen it. But yeah.
Ooh.
What?
Did you see the redesign for the Sonic movie?
Yes, I've seen like memes about it where they show the two characters, so yeah.
Yeah.
It's much better.
Oh, it's much better. A lot closer to the original character design. I mean, yeah, you can't. They're not gonna be 100%. No, they want their own style, but way better.
Yeah, it's way better. It's less trying to. It's like that. What was it? Deep Fusion on the iPhone. The sweater mode. It's like you're trying to get too detailed, and like. It's kind of cool, but like it's also really stupid looking at the same time. Like,
yeah, but this was just like, I don't know, something was wrong about
they
it.
smoothed him out a lot, and he looks more like a character you're familiar with, and not some weird little creature.
Yeah, there's something wrong. It just not right about the original design, and ever since that new design came out, it's just like it's nice.
Yeah.
But I also want to like watch the movie with the original design as well.
Yeah.
And see how it would have been. But I'm happy to change it. I'm
Yeah.
happy they listen to the community. I'm like, that is something.
It takes a lot for a big company to change something they've probably already got partially finished. So
yeah, but good on them for doing that. I'm definitely gonna go see it now because I was a Sonic fan as a kid, and
yeah, Sega's.
Hopefully it's fun.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm not gonna go in being like, oh, this story needs to be amazing. I'm just gonna go in and have fun.
Like Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, like Detective Pikachu. I'm just gonna watch it like a little kid. And if you want to judge me for that, go ahead. But Sega.
What else?
Did you know that soundbite took up like half the cartridge?
It's crazy.
In the original Sega Genesis, that Sega soundbite.
Yeah.
Fun fact. Sorry, it just came up. But fun fact, yeah.
So what other stuff is there? Streaming services. So.
Oh yeah, everyone's on Disney Plus right now.
So I bought this new phone, right?
Uh-huh.
So I got a year of Apple TV Plus. I haven't watched a lot of stuff on there. I've just watched the morning show. It's pretty good. It's the one that has Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon and Steve Carell.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty good. The service is pretty, like the app's pretty sleek. There's a Fire TV app, so I don't have to have an Apple TV. I'd like to get an Apple TV, but I don't want to shell out like $200 for the newest model.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a Fire Stick because they're dirt cheap, and there's an app for it on there. So I've watched some of that. The show is pretty good. I haven't watched any of the other stuff. I know a lot of people are all excited about C, which is Jason Momoa. And
Yeah. Okay, I remember seeing the trailer for that.
Yeah, but so far so good. It's neat that they're putting out shows.
How much is it a month?
I want to say it's like kind of like everything else. I think it's right around like $5 to $7.
Oh, did you guys get Disney Plus though?
We did get Disney Plus too.
Yeah.
I goofed on that because you're supposed to be able to bundle it with your Hulu, right? And we already had Hulu. And it's supposed to automatically recognize your Hulu account because you're using the same email address.
Mm-hmm, but
I wasn't using the same email address, and that's what threw me off. So I had to turn around and cancel my Hulu and then re-sign up, and then it recognized it.
Oh, okay.
Which isn't the end of the world. I just lose like some of the stuff in like my watch list, but whatever.
Why didn't you just redo the Disney Plus one?
Because I had already, I don't know, 6 of one. I guess it doesn't really make a huge difference which one I redo.
I mean, just because Disney Plus was new, so you didn't really have anything to watch on it yet.
Yeah. Whatever.
I mean, what's done has been done.
Yeah, I fixed it at least, so I'm not paying for both.
Yeah.
I think I also get ESPN Plus, or do I choose between the two? I'm not going to watch ESPN Plus either way, so it doesn't matter.
Is that just included?
I think so. Well, it's part of the bundle, because you can pay the $5.99, I think, or something like that, or $12.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm paying. I signed up for the $12 one, but then it includes Hulu, so you're not paying the $6 a month for Hulu, so it balances out.
Right.
But yeah, I've watched a lot of just old stuff, nostalgia stuff. We watched just to see what it was like. They only have the first episode of some of the shows. Apple TV Plus gave you 3 episodes at a time, which is kind of nice because you got into the show.
Right.
But we watched the High School Musical, about a musical, whatever that one was.
I don't remember that at all.
It's a new thing just for Disney Plus.
Oh, okay.
It's
That's why I was
about them staging a production of High School Musical at the school in Utah where they filmed High School Musical, because this like new drama teacher comes in and surprised they never did a version of it, so then it's the kids like fighting for like who gets to play who, and not a whole lot happened in the first episode because that's all they have. But yeah, that's the only like specific Disney Plus thing we watched. And then like I watched like Darkwing Duck and some DuckTales because it's on there. They have the whole back catalog of all their movies except one. They don't have Song of the South because that one's supposedly racist. So then I got curious about that and Googled that movie and found it on archive.org and watched it. It's not that bad, but I can see where people think it's racist because it's got a lot of like, black vernaculisms, like how they talk, and it's post Civil War, like the construction period, and they're still like on the plantation, so they just can't survive without the white folk. And
Yeah.
I can see where people have a beef with it. I think they blow it a little out of proportion, but then I turned around and found I was looking it up on Reddit too for the heck of it to see if anybody talked about it's not on Disney Plus, why not? And then there were people with 3-paragraph long things about why it's bad, and it all makes sense.
Yeah,
so I don't know. I think it's interesting more just for it's it came out in the 40s. It's the history behind the movie and seeing why it's so bad. I think it's interesting. Not that I'm into what they portray in the movie.
Yeah. Well.
But that's not on there, and they took out the crow scene from Dumbo.
Oh.
Which is one thing to take out an entire movie and just not have it, but to edit another movie seems kind of weird.
Right.
But I guess they don't want to risk anybody boycotting Disney and any bad PR.
They want that money.
Which I don't blame them. I wouldn't want anybody to diss my service.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I watched that because it wasn't on there, but we've watched a bunch of old stuff. I also read about an article about sharing your Disney Plus account and how you can have 4 devices at a time, and it's more for families, but what's to stop you from sharing with your friends?
Right.
But they can track that in the background with the sort of content you're watching, because if they notice you're an anomaly, you're watching something totally different than what you normally watch. But then what if all you do is watch the back catalog of all the old animated movies, and that's what your friends do too? Oh, they have all the Simpsons.
Right, I forgot
because of the merger.
The merger and
or the buyout or whatever it was. They didn't buy all of. I still don't understand what they bought. They bought the movie studio or animation. They bought Fox Studios, but not because they don't own the news network.
Yeah.
Anyways, so they did that. So you have all the Simpsons on there. There's other movies too that I didn't think were Disney. I didn't know that Sound of Music was Disney. And The Sandlot, they're Disney-esque movies.
But yeah,
they must have bought the rights or something. But yeah, you can watch all the Disney Channel original movies, the whole back catalog from The Vault, Lady and the Tramp, Peter Pan. Peter Pan's super racist too. What Made the Red Man Red? That's just as bad as the crow scene in Dumbo, I think. But whatevs. You can watch Hannah Montana if you were into that back in the day. My wife was into Lizzie McGuire, so we watched some of that for nostalgia. I'd never really watched it because it's not my thing. Hey Boy Meets World, because that was on ABC. It's a Disney property, I guess. I haven't watched The Mandalorian yet, which is on there.
My coworkers have been talking about it.
Yeah.
But I don't have Disney Plus.
A lot of.
So they talk about it.
You get your free 7-day trial.
No, I'm okay. Don't need any emails coming.
Oh, there's the Jeff Goldblum show, The World According to Jeff Goldblum. I only watched the first episode. It was about sneakers, and he went to Sneaker Con and saw somebody spend $30,000 on a bunch of sneakers, and what makes sneakers so exciting, and just the culture behind it, all the sneakerheads.
I got a pair of sneakers.
Nice ones, or you just own some shoes?
No, they were some nice ones. They were some limited edition Nikes.
Yeah.
Some Air Jordan 1. But they dropped many years ago, and
yeah,
I ordered them.
It's interesting. There's all the Marvel stuff, the new series. There's a bunch of different Marvel series they're going to put on here, and it's just, I figured it was worth getting. Plus, it's interesting that they have every single back catalog of the animated movies, because they do the whole vault thing where you can't get The Lion King because it's in the Disney vault, and they might release it in 2 years, or like when the live action one came out, they I think released it. But now everything is just on here, so that's cool. So yeah, no, it was called High School Musical, the series. It was really cringy.
That's a terrible title. High School Musical, the series.
And it's all about like this girl was dating this guy, but then she went to camp and she met this other guy, so she broke up with the other guy because she professed her love to the guy, but he didn't feel the same way or didn't tell her that. So while she was at camp, she met somebody else, and now he's trying to win her back.
Wow.
And then there's all like
It's like
them using social media and their phones and just seeing how like kids interact. It's weird. But yeah, so I have Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Apple TV, Sling, and that's it, I think, because I have like other stuff like Play Movies and Vudu and stuff, but that's like a per program thing, like per movie or per
I got
show.
none of those.
But my parent, I have Spotify too, if that counts, but that's music.
That's yeah.
Spotify is free through the wife's work. My parents pay for Netflix and Sling because they ditched their satellite TV and saved like a bunch of money by getting Sling. But we still use it too because like we only have one cable box because it's bundled into the price of our apartment. So we don't, like, they say it's free with the apartment, but it's pretty much bundled into the cost of what you're paying for the apartment. But we don't want to get a second cable box, so we just use Sling in the bedroom. So yeah, that's all my like paid services. It's turning into just like cable was, with like paying all this money for different packages.
Yeah.
Like you're not really, cord cutting is supposed to save you money, but then you're paying whatever you're paying $10 for Netflix plus $6 for Hulu plus $6 for Disney Plus plus $6 for Apple TV. It's eventually going to add up to the same.
Yeah. The only difference is really just on demand.
Yeah, on demand's pretty cool.
But that's about it. But then besides that, anything that's new that you would have to wait for release.
But then if somebody asks you like which service is better, I don't really know, because like
everything has something else.
It depends on what the content is more than like the app, because the app on the phone is different than the app on the TV. So like, I don't know. One thing I don't like about Disney Plus is it, and Apple TV Plus a little bit. I think they have it in like a smaller area, but you know how like Netflix, you get back on there after watching stuff, and right in your face is like resume watching.
Right.
They don't have that on Disney Plus. There's no easy way to find the show you were watching unless you add it to your watch list and then go back into the list and find the show. Because it does keep track and like it doesn't start you over on the show. But
you'd think that they would incorporate that.
Yeah, it's probably coming eventually, but that's something they should have thought about.
It's probably just because they were trying to roll it out, start making money.
They're more concerned about the content than the... Because at the end of the day, that's what matters the most, is like what they have versus how the app works.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have much battery life left, so do you want to just end it there then?
We can end it there. I don't have anything else to talk about.
I mean, I think we covered what we wanted to cover today.
New computer, new phone, phone, streaming services.
Movies.
I haven't watched any movies.
Mainly just Sonic the Hedgehog, because that was like the only thing that changed.
No new... We never talk about music. I
think we just got like different... No, we got some similar music tastes.
I'm a big nostalgia person too, so I listen to the same stuff over and over again.
Yeah.
I went and saw New Found Glory on my birthday.
Oh, did you?
You probably saw my Instagram stuff.
I didn't. I really...
It's pretty cool. It was their...
I don't really read anybody's Instagram stories.
Yeah, I don't either. Some people are like my wife's real big on you have to go through it all. And clear it out, because I guess it gives you like notifications that there's stuff you haven't watched.
Really?
So I didn't know that was a thing, but I guess it is.
It sometimes it'll tell me like if someone had just posted for the first time and forever on their story, but like it was like
a tour based around their latest From the Screen to the Sea and all their covers.
Mm-hmm.
So they did a bunch of covers, and they played some of their old songs too. They did a good job. They're very got good stage presence.
It's good, man.
But yeah, it was fun.
Well,
yeah. I guess that's it for two bros this week.
two bros, one show.
Signing off.
That one's new.
Yeah. Okay.